Hello hackers, Matt back here again, and we're working finally on the environment problems. So let's take a look. First problem is global warming. Here at Full Stack, we always want to keep an eye on our current environment, or we're particularly concerned about global warming. Okay, what does that mean? Keep an eye on your environment, and you should look at your environment variables. So you can Google how to look at your environment variables, but you really just have to type NV. And this is it, gross. So what do we immediately think to do? We're going to grep and filter for FS. And there it is, the global warming environment variable has our flag, getting to know our environment. So we'll throw that flag in there. And next up, we have positive aptitude. So to do well in the boot camp, you need a positive attitude, but you also need some aptitude. So all we have to do is update and upgrade, and then run positive attitude. So we use APT, and simply enough, we use apt APT, and then what do we need to do? Update. So apt update, and this can take a little bit of time, so we'll let it do its work. You may have seen, if you Googled around a bit, apt get update or apt dash update. This is like an older way of doing it. So now it's just apt update and apt upgrade. So we will let it take its time in running through this. Looks like we're getting there. Well, cool. And then apt upgrade. Is that what we need to do? Apt update and upgrade. So let's apt upgrade. Do I want to continue? We're using that much disk space, 598 megabytes, that's fine. And we let it do its thing now. So what's the next problem? We're gonna have to run positive aptitude. So you'll notice now we're not giving you the files anymore. They're not going to be directly on your machine. You're going to have to download them from the link, change the mode of the file so you can execute it and run it yourself. Almost there. Upgrading the system. This may take a bit of time, but you can just let it run. In the meantime, we could take a look at this problem, very ethical. We'll work on that. Now, this is one of the first problems that we have to do on the shell server. So let's take a look there. We'll do the web shell server. And we're going to enter my username, grit, and password. Scroll down a bit so we can see, and then clear out this screen. And let's scroll up a bit so we can actually see what we're doing now. Okay, so Rachel's computer is on the fritz and messed up the numbering, not the order, just the numbering of white hat manifesto.txt. So we need to help her fix the error by renumbering the lines. Sounds simple enough. And then once we do that, we're going to run very ethical 1 to get the flag. So it's only on the shell server and it's in this directory. So let's copy this. Get into the shell, and I'm going to CD and just paste that in there. Cool, we're there. Let's ls, and let's look back at our problem now. Note, do not make any other modifications to this file, and if you made a mistake, you can reset whitehatmanifesto.txt with very ethical 1 reset. So always it's best to reset the problem before you actually start working on it, so let's do that. We're going to do very ethical reset. Okay, the problem has been reset to its initial state. I'm just going to clear an ls again, and which is the file we actually need to modify. The white hat manifesto.txt, so let's fix it. Now you can use your command line text editor of choice. I'm going to use Nano. I'm more comfortable with it. But of course Vim or VI are great too. So we're going to do Nano white hat manifesto.txt. Cool. And so now here is my command line text editor, and you can see that the numbers are not correct. So all I'm going to do is is just change them so they are. Oops. 2, 3, 4, and so on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And now to save, you actually have a little bit of a cheat sheet with Nano, which is partially why I like it. At the bottom here, I want to write out. So I'm going to write out. It asks me what I'd like to save the file as. It's the same name. It wrote those lines, and now we can exit Nano. And now we need to run very ethical. And there we go. See, using Vim's not that bad. Well, I didn't use Vim, but you could use Vim to do this, and it would be just the same. There we go. That's correct. How are we doing here? Looks like we still need a bit of time to get this done. Sure. So we can work on background noise here. Keep hearing this annoying buzzing in my ears. One annoying background noise. No matter what I do, it always seems to be there. Can you help me determine the sort of this annoying buzzing? So it seems to always be present and running. Okay, so let's open up a new terminal window here. Make that a little bit bigger. Very good. So let's look at the hints here. What things to run? What things run? Do not get rid of it. So do not stop anything. Okay, that's a hint for you right there. And the flag should be in order and readable. So the hint here really is things that are running and stopping things. So you should be thinking processes, and that's the PS command. And if you see here, you can see some buzz, right? You see this buzz happening? That's what's running here. So if I do PS and then grep buzz, I can see all of the processes that have buzz, but I don't quite yet see my flag. And that's because I'm not using the right option to show me more information. So I could do ps-aux and then pipe that to grep buzz. And wow, I got a whole lot of stuff here, but let's take a look. And if we look all the way towards the right, we see what looks like our flag. But it's not in a very usable form for us yet, and I'm lazy and I don't want to copy and paste this all and edit it myself. So we are thankfully given a hint. We can use awk, and awk with which line we want to print, which column we want to print. So let's try that. Awk, or rather, let's do this, and then pipe awk. And then what's the syntax here? Awk, space, and then single quote, curly brace, print, $, and then which number of the columns. That's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, it looks like. So we'll print the 13th column. Let's see what we get here. And okay, wonderful. We have just what looks like the flag, but it's not quite beautiful yet. So we will pipe that to a TR. -D to delete the new lines. And there we go. FS, the noise is barely noticeable. So let's grab that. Copy. And paste. Cool. How's our upgrade going? It's taking its time. All right, what's next? So we found what is buzzing, but it's still so annoying. Can you get rid of it for me? Run ringing in my ears if the noise is still, to see if the noise is still present. We're running. So we found the buzzing, essentially, and we need to kill the buzzing. So let's go clear. We're going to do this again. We're going to ps-aux grep buzz. And you know what? This is even too much information to me. I'm just going to do ps grep buzz. So here are all of the processes that are running, the buzz processes, and we need to stop them. We need to kill them. So we're going to kill, and we can give kill, like if we want a man kill. See how man kill works, see how kill works, right? So kill, options, and then the process ID. And there's a whole bunch of options you can look for. But what I notice here is all of these processes are sequential, right? We go from 1984 to 2003. So instead of writing kill 1984 and then looking at it again, right? Instead of doing that every single time, let's be a little bit smarter and tell kill a range. So we're going to run kill, and with curly braces you can give kill a range of process IDs. So we're going to do 1985 dot dot 2003. And that should kill all of those processes. So let's, if we ps grep buzz again, we don't see anything, which is great. So now we need to just run the file. So again, these files are not going to be on your computer. They're not going to be on the VM. You got to download themselves by clicking save file. Very easy. All right. Now that will go into my downloads. So cd downloads. And there's ringing in my ears. So let's make it executable. And then let's call it. Well, it seems like it's still buzzing in the background. Interesting. Okay. ps-aux grep buzz. Oh, still running. Okay. Kill 1420 2103. Wait, 1420 to 1439. Excuse me. 1439. You see this last process is the process I looked that was looking for the buzzes. This is the grep buzz that I ran. So I want to kill these. Okay, that looks good. That was just the grep buzz I ran. So let's try running again. Ringing in my ears. There it is. It's quiet. Finally quiet. So grab that, toss that into ringing in my ears. Great. This is a bonus problem. Leave that as an exercise for the hacker. How are we done? Nope, still a bit more time on the upgrade, so let's continue. Let's see. So next is broken clock. They say even a broken clock is right twice a day, but I prefer to be right only once. I also know what my favorite time to be stuck at would be. Schedule broken clock to run every day at 1:37 p.m. from your favorite world write directory, and give us a hint /temp. Instead of waiting all day for this magical time, run the binary, and if it's scheduled, we should get our flag. Sounds good. Any hints? Make sure you can run the binary. Practice running easy time every minute to make sure it works. All right, let's try. Well, so what we want to do if scheduling something, we want to use cron tab. So I'm going to do cron tab-e. That's the command for it. And once the first time we do this, we need to choose which text editor we're going to use to edit our cron file. I'm going to use Nano. It's the easiest. It clearly says that, so easy is good for me. And so here is our nano of the cron tab file. And there's actually instructions on what to do, how to read this and how to use this file right here. And you can also, of course, Google to figure it out. But essentially what we want to do is put in some information here to run a command. So let's put the time, right? We have minutes, hours, day of the month. What is it exactly here? Day of month, the month, and the day of the week. And then star for any. So let's take a look at what we wanted to run was at 1:37 p.m. So minute is 37. Hour is 13, right? Because we're using 24-hour time. and star, star, star for every day of the month, every any day of the week, and what's the last one? And day of the month, month, and day of the week. And the command we want to run is /temp/ broken clock, broken dash clock. Cool. That looks good. Let's write out. Save that cron tab and exit here. And we need to run broken clock. So let's download it. Save. There's broken clock. Change mode +X broken clock. And then run broken clock. There we go. Just once a day is so elite. Good. Bonus for Quiet for Good is a bonus problem that I leave to the hacker. And we're back to, let's see, have we updated? Are we done? Are we upgraded? Still a bit of time left. So let's work on this problem. Enter the matrix. Oh, we're about to be done. Take a well-earned break as we watch the fun. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Guess we still are upgrading. That's fine. Let's work on enter the matrix. So we joined the resistance earlier, but now it's time to really enter the matrix. Cypher posted a program on apt that allows you to simulate the matrix. Find and install this program to start your journey, and then enter the matrix to get your flag. Okay. Interesting. So APT is our package manager, right? And it's also managing our updates and upgrades. So we want to find, let's see, there are a surprisingly large number of matrix programs. Only one of them simulates the experience. And that's the hint right there. This is in bold. And you don't need to run the installed program, but we should because it's super cool. So let's find out what this program is. So let's do apt search. What is it? How do we search on apt? You know what? I'm going to Google. How do we search? How to search apt? How to search with apt? Maybe I should have added Linux in there. Okay, how do I search for the available packages in the command line? This is a little older. I oftentimes, as you're Googling, be careful with the dates that you're looking at. You see this is 2012. I usually try and not be more than 2 years old, but you know, sometimes you have to be. So let's look in the past year if anyone asks this question. So search for available packages with apt. All right, this looks like relevant to my interests. So there's apt get update, which is what we're actually running, and then upgrade, which is what we're actually running in the terminal, and then searching for available packages, we do apt-catch search, and then what it is we're searching for. So is this done yet? These are all the changes. Is this done yet? Still going to take its time, but that's fine. So let's look. Apt, what was the command? Apt-cache search, and we want to look for matrix. And whoa, that's a lot. So of course we then try and filter with a grep, and the hint that was in bold was simulate. So I'm gonna grep simulate, and there's only one package, one application here that simulates the matrix. So let's do that. Apt get cmatrix, or actually apt install cmatrix. Could not get lock, unable to. Oh, another process is using it. That's because she need to be restarted when certain libraries, such as restart services during package upgrades without asking. Sure. So it's not letting me actually use apt right now because it's being used to upgrade. So let's let that upgrade and see if we can do any of the other problems. Or is enter the matrix the only one we have left? Looks like enter the matrix is the only one we have left. Well, I'll let this finish upgrading and come back in a bit of time.